So I was just walking home from work and I took a different route from normal, purely for the sake of variety. And it got me thinking about routine, and in particular how set self-care strategies tend to get hailed as a cornerstone of positive mental health practice. So I've been on a number of podcasts over the last couple of years. They send you these questions beforehand that they might ask you. And almost all of them have asked me what my morning routine is, as if they're just assuming that I have one. And my answer tends to be that I wake up and get out of bed. If I was to be completely honest, it would be that I wake up, check my emails, and then get out of bed. But let's just ignore that. When I first started having to answer this question, I actually felt a bit bad about it. I thought, I should have a positive morning routine. I should be waking up and journaling, or I should be waking up and meditating to start my day off right. And there have been times in my life when I've done those sorts of things, but I tend to grow bored of them and move on to something else after a period of time. I'm making this video because I reckon it's a viable strategy. I actually think that there is an argument for flexibility being an even better way of keeping ourselves in check in terms of our mental health than having routines. Of course, it will vary from person to person. Some people have routines and they work brilliantly. If that's you, stick with it. But to the rest of us who do grow bored of routines, I think that there's no need for us to start shaming ourselves for not meeting this particular standard that seems to have become expected. Because routines are habits, and habits are things that have worked in the past that we now repeat. Whether it's a positive habit or a negative habit, what this means is that it is by definition not going to be an actual present moment response to what's really going on around us or the situation we're in. That means that a routine or a habit isn't necessarily always going to be the best way of dealing with something. So whether we're talking about a morning routine or a routine way of dealing with something like overwhelm or anxiety, I don't think we need to have a go-to guy, a set routine. I think it's a better idea to have a whole list of options that we could do, tuning in with ourselves in that moment, crucially asking ourselves how we feel and what we need, and then picking the strategy that seems most appropriate or most effective on that day, in that moment, for us to meet those needs. So really, this is a video for all of the other non-routine people out there, and it's me saying I reckon we're fine. I also think that there are few things as delightful as a moment of unexpected beauty or surprise, and the more routine we have in our day, the less chance we have of experiencing and enjoying those moments. So let's stay flexible. So long as we're really checking in, I think it's absolutely fine.